You know what's evil? How hard US politicians have been trying to stop Palestinians from seeking justice in the courts. I think it's very telling of who's on the right side of history. I'll give you some examples. In the spring, we passed a federal budget which included provisions that would defund Palestinians, stop sending them aid, and stop supporting the Palestinian Authority if they started a case against Israel to prove their crimes or even supported a case. There's one example for you. Here's another one. 12 U.S. senators this week sent a letter to the International Criminal Court, who is currently considering arresting Benjamin Netanyahu and other Israeli officials. These senators wrote a letter to the ICC and threatened the ICC to sanction them, which they're drafting legislation for already. They threatened to bar their families and them from entering the United States, and also to punish their employees and associates. The whole thing is super hypocritical of them because they supported the ICC when they issued an arrest warrant for Putin. But when it's time to judge the US and Israel for our crimes, we won't allow it. I feel like this should be definite proof that our politicians are on the wrong side of history. These Palestinians are being oppressed, they're suffering from a genocide, and they're not even allowed to prove it. Everybody in the United States, every politician is working hard to stop them from proving it. Oh, and this is exactly what Israeli politicians are doing right now as well. They're saying that they're going to defund the Palestinian Authority, the government over the West Bank, if arrest warrants are issued against them, which would result in the collapse of the Palestinian Authority. Genuine question, what do these politicians expect Palestinians to do when they're actively trying to stop them from using the court system to seek justice? I mean, they know that Palestinians, when they peacefully protest, such as in the Great March of Return, where Palestinians protested on the border wall of Gaza for 2 years straight, peacefully. And the whole time, Israeli snipers shot and killed them. So when they peacefully protest, nothing changes. The West Bank is relatively peaceful. They still get murdered. They still have their homes bulldozed and ethnically cleansed and colonized, which is ongoing. Just last week, 300 Palestinian Bedouins were bulldozed and made homeless. They didn't get any compensation. They just lost their homes because Zionists just wanted to live where they did. So they can't use the courts. They can't peacefully protest because it doesn't fucking work. They get murdered still. Violent resistance seems to be the only option you gave them. The oppressed have a right to violent resistance according to the Geneva Convention and many rulings by the UN, specifically to the Palestinian people as well. You know, they do all these things and they're like, wow, the Palestinians are so violent. Like, you don't even let them use the courts, bro. You took away all their other hopes. For change to happen, action must happen as well. Every other movement, every other resistance in history had to have violent resistance to actually make change happen. The Civil War changed slavery. Nelson Mandela bombed buildings in South Africa against apartheid. The Jews suffering in the Warsaw Ghetto used violent tactics against the Nazis, who were coming to kill them all during the Warsaw Ghetto uprising. There's a pattern in history. Whenever violent resistance is happening in real time and we're all witnessing it, a lot of people are against it. But once it's 20 years in the past, once it's 10 years in the past, everyone says it's a great thing. Anyways, make sure you're following me on Instagram. Thank you, and Free Palestine.